Hi everyone, welcome to the second episode of the Pajamas Midnight Talk Show. I hope everyone is good and well. And on the second episode of Pajamas Midnight Talk Show, we want to talk about motherhood. The topic today is motherhood. How wonderful is that? When I think about the word motherhood, it entails a lot of things. Like, in my opinion, motherhood is the most fulfilling thing. One of the most. I can't say it's all. I can say it's one of the most fulfilling things here on earth. And when we talk about motherhood is broad. And today, I really want to talk about navigating motherhood. It's not easy. And being a mother is not easy. I'm talking of being a mother from pregnancy to giving birth to taking care of those children. And I remember talking to one of my friends that, you have grown-up kids, that it's easy for you to navigate through motherhood now that because they are grown up, they know what to do and everything. And she said to me, even now that they are grown up, I still have a lot of work to do because there is no ending to motherhood. You still have a lot of work to do. Even if they got married, even if they go out of your house and they are on their own, you still need to be that mother for them, to be taking care of them, to be looking out for them, to be doing everything for them. That there is no ending to motherhood. And I was like, that's interesting. So one of the most fulfilling things on this earth, motherhood is part of it. So we want to talk about navigating motherhood. How can we navigate motherhood easily? To be honest, everybody have a unique way of navigating this motherhood thing. There is no manual to how to raise your child, how to carry your pregnancy, apart from medical stuff. I'm not disputing the fact that medical stuff is there to get a safety pregnancy, to carry your pregnancy safety. I'm talking of personally, we all have it differently. Everybody have their pregnancy differently. Everybody have a birth vlog differently. We all give birth differently. Some people have it easily. Some people have it mild. Some people have it like very, 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 very difficult. So the number one part of us navigating through motherhood is to find our path. We should find what works for us. One thing that everybody, especially first-time mother, do is to talk to people that have given birth before, to talk about their experiences, to ask questions, to watch YouTube, and everything. I did the same too when I was about to give birth. I watched YouTube channel to gain experiences, let me listen to this person's experience. But trust me, we are different people with different experiences. We just need to find our path. We need to find what works for us, what works best for us to be able to navigate this journey. What works for A may not work for B in this journey. So we just need to look inward, look at ourselves and ask ourselves what works for us. We should be able to do what works for us without even judging ourselves, because this motherhood things, it comes with mother's guilt. So we should be able to look ourselves inward and not judge ourselves whenever we are doing what works for us. Whatever that works for the other one may not work for us through this motherhood journey. So the number one path to navigate this journey easily is to know our path and walk our path. Do whatever that is convenient for us to do and not judge ourselves for it. Because at the end of the day, it's us versus us and the kid. So if we are saying we are not going to do what works best for us, we want to do what works best for other people through this motherhood journey, it may cause another harm. So we should just do whatever that works best for us to be able to navigate this journey easily. And the second part You see, the second part I want to talk about is the most hardest part of it, reclaiming our identity. Most people don't really talk about pregnancy, giving birth, breastfeeding, all those things. When myself, I'm talking about myself right now, whenever I look at my old pictures, I look at myself and I'll be like, pregnancy, motherhood can change. Motherhood can change you physically, spiritually, mentally, and characterly. If there's anything like that. Like, motherhood can change anything about you. Through pregnancy, hormone, everything. The way you eat, what you crave for, giving birth. Nobody is talking about the children not sleeping at night. Trust me, there is nothing compared to changing of identity when you know how you were before you got pregnant and give birth. Like the transformation, the way your body will expand. I'm talking about myself too. The way the body expands and everything. So how can we reclaim that identity back? I know some people don't even bother to reclaim their identity back. They just accept and adapt to the new identity, and they continue living their life like that. When I gave birth to my first child, I did all I could to reclaim my identity back to what I was before getting pregnant, before giving birth. But when I gave birth to my second child, I was like, this is it. I'm going to stick with this identity and not change it, because it is a lot of work to try to go back to what we were before getting pregnant, giving birth. All those stress of, it's normal to eat healthy when you are breastfeeding and everything. But with all of those, you still need to do a lot of mindfulness. You still need to do a lot of exercising, going to the gym. You still need to do a lot of eating healthy, coupled with the fact that the child will not sleep at night. You breastfeed. You'll be the one to be there at night to take care of them. In the morning, the child will sleep a little bit, wake up, all those stress put together. And I'll be thinking about reclaiming my identity back to what I was before I got pregnant. And when I get back to my second child, I was like, okay, I'm going to stick to what worked for me. I'm not going to beat myself to it that I want to reclaim my identity back by all means. Fine, if I get everything back to what I was before I give birth to my second child, I will be happy. But if I did not get it back, I am not going to beat myself up that, oh, I need to do it. It's under must. No. I just put it on, okay, I am going to adapt to this identity that I have right now. And if by means I, by all chance, go back to what I was before I got pregnant to my second child, I will be happy. But if it did not happen, I am not going to beat myself to it. I am just going to accept it and live with it, because it is part of motherhood. It is part of what I am going to show as an evidence for being a mother. Because my neck, I have some marks on there that I didn't have them before. I got them when I got pregnant to my second child. So all those things, and it did not clear up. And I was like, I'm not going to start beating myself up for this. If it did not clear up, I will let it be like that. So I'm just trying to encourage mothers out there, like, just do what works best for you. You just don't need to follow the, oh, I must get this back, I must get that back. Because trust me, motherhood is a broad thing. I'm not saying when you give birth, you should not take care of yourself. Number one thing you should do is to take care of yourself, because if you don't take care of yourself, nobody will take care of you. It's you versus you and your children. So you just need to look inward, search what's best for you, take care of your children, take care of yourself, because it's just a broad thing and it's very hard. I'm not going to come here and tell you, oh, motherhood is easy. No, and there is no manual to this thing. Nobody will give you that this is what you will do, because what worked for this person may not work for you. We are different people with different body, with different things running in our body. So we are not going to be like, oh, but this person gave birth and she got her body back in the midst of 3 months. What if what worked for her that make her to get her body back in the interval of 3 months will not work for me? Maybe in the interval of 6 months, I will get my body back. Some people will be 3 years to get their body back. And I'm just advising, do not beat yourself to it. If by 3 years you are not getting your body back, you still have some pregnancy stretch mark, or you still have some birth mark or something, there is nothing wrong with all of that. Those are parts of motherhood. Those are evidences that you got pregnant. Those are evidences that you are going to show your children in future, to let them know that you are human, that you got pregnant to them and you gave birth to them. These are the signs. These are the evidences that I have on my body to show you. Because people beat themselves up on this issue of, I want this stretch mark to get off. This is pregnancy stretch mark. My body is too stretched. I want to get it back. Fine. It's good to look good back. It's good to get your body back to what you want it to be. But if it's not happening, don't beat yourself to it. Just move with it, accept it. Accept it the way it is and work with whatever you have. You are still beautiful the way you are. Trust me. You are still beautiful. The beauty of it is that you still have your children to train. You still have your children to look. When you look at your stretch mark, when you look at any birth mark on your body, and you look at your children, that is part of motherhood joy. It's part of the joy that you are going to have, that, oh, I went through all this and these are my children, I'm still looking. And the third thing I want to talk about is motherhood and mental health. You see this part? Nobody really talk about it. Nobody talk about the pregnancy brain fog and postpartum brain fog, that you be at home holding your child and you'll be looking for your child. And you'll be looking for your child on the bed. You look at your bed and you'll be like, where is my baby? I'm looking where you are holding your baby. I don't know if this has happened to some people before. Whereas you are holding your baby is part of pregnancy brain fog. It's part of all this motherhood and mental health. Because throughout the pregnancy, giving birth, the body went through a lot of stress by growing a human. Growing baby is part of stress. So everything in our body go through this thing. Every part of our body, from our brain to every part of our body, develop this baby. So nobody is talking about the breastfeeding part. Every part of our body goes through the processing of breastfeeding too. Every part of human body. Like if you are a woman and you breastfeed, every part of you did the processing, from your brain to every part of your body did the processing. Nobody is talking about the first milk that the baby will suck. The pain that comes with it. That pain alone can squeeze your brain and make you want to be like, what? I am not going to do this again. It's not funny. So how are we going to navigate the motherhood and mental health? Because this thing is, people don't really talk about it, but from pregnancy to giving birth to still raising your kid, we still need to take care of our mental health, because the whole thing doesn't go away just like that. Because it doesn't just start. Like it starts one day, it's going one day. Like this thing, we carry the pregnancy for 9 months. After 9 months, the pain of labor, giving birth, that one is there. After that one, the pain of not being able to sleep well, the pain of feeding, forced breastfeeding, and all of that. All of that is stress. In as much as it's a thing of joy, it's still a stressful situation. So it's still the stress that our brain and our body went through, and it's not going to just go away like that. It's not something that we are going to say, oh, I gave birth and everything and all of those things. The fact that we still have the stretch mark in our body, the fact that we still have all those birth mark in our body, we still have those mark in our brain too. All those mark that our brain acquire from growing baby, from giving birth, from breastfeeding is still there. So as we are taking care of our stretch mark, birth mark, we are taking care of getting our body back, we should be taking care of our mental health too, because it's part of it. We should be thinking of how to, whatever that works for us. Because when I was in my postpartum then, I had to talk to my doctor to get like a medication that will help me, a postpartum medication. And most of the postpartum medication come with this mental health stuff that help with brain fog. So this is something that we cannot just stop. We still need to be doing it to take care of ourselves, to be mindfulness, like that mindfulness thing, because raising kids is not easy too. It's part of mental health too. The shout, the noise, the everything is still part of it. So sometimes if taking break, like if you have someone you can send your kids to, just for you to have that maybe 2 days or 3 days break to just rest yourself, soak yourself up, relax, so that all those stress will ease a little bit, because it's still going to be a journey of a long time. First, we are not going to beat ourselves to it. If you are not, nobody is telling us you must do this right or you are not doing it right. Just do what works best for you. And the second part is that not everything is going to work the way other people's things work. Look inward. If you are doing something that you believe is not working, just try your best to put in whatever that works for you. Don't beat yourself to it. It's enough that you have your children you are taking care of. Motherhood is a broad thing and it's not easy. It's hard. In as much as it's one of the fulfilling things here on earth, it's still a hardest thing to do. We all are just navigating through it. And the easiest way to navigate through this motherhood is to look inward, follow our own path, and do what works best for us. That is the advice that is what I am doing. And that is the advice I can give to anyone to do, because nobody is perfect. Nobody is doing it perfectly. We are just trying our best to do the best we can do. So I would just advise anyone going through motherhood stress or anything, just take it easy with yourself. Do what works best for you. You don't have to compare yourself to anybody. Just be you, do you, and put everything in the hands of God for God to help you. There is nothing we can do. We are in this and we are going to navigate through it easily. And whatever that works best for us, works best for us. And this is the second episode of the Pajamas Midnight Talk Show. And everybody should have a good night rest. Bye.